Noah was not a man broken by tragedy, nor was his life filled with external chaos. Yet, every single day felt like he was carrying an invisible mountain upon his shoulders. Even in the deepest silence of the night, his mind refused to be still, replaying small conversations from years ago, doubting every minor decision, and constructing elaborate towers of worry for a future that had not yet arrived. He believed that this constant mental activity was a form of responsibility, thinking that if he only analyzed enough, he could finally find the safety he so desperately craved. But inside, Noah was living in a vast chamber of echoes, where every single thought bounced back stronger and louder until the noise became a physical weight in his chest. One gray morning, exhausted by his own internal storm, Noah sought out a wise teacher named Rowan, who lived in a simple house on the edge of the quiet hills. Rowan did not offer a seat or a warm drink. Instead, he led Noah into a completely bare, stone room with high ceilings and no windows. "Speak," Rowan said, his voice calm and firm. Noah hesitated, his mind racing for the right thing to say, before finally speaking a single, honest sentence about his weariness. The sound filled the room for a second and then vanished. Again, Rowan commanded. Noah repeated the words, his voice growing louder, then again and again, faster and faster, until his own words began to layer over one another, creating a suffocating pressure of sound that seemed to vibrate the very air around him. Noah suddenly stopped, his face pale and his breath shallow, whispering that the noise had become unbearable. Rowan looked at the still, gray walls and asked softly, "Did this room become loud on its own, or did you make it so?" Noah looked around at the empty space, realizing that nothing new had entered the room. It was only reflecting what he had poured into it. "Your mind works exactly like this stone chamber," Rowan explained gently. "Life gives you a single moment, a single event, or a single word, but you choose to repeat it and replay it until it becomes a storm you can no longer escape. The problem is not that thoughts appear in the silence. The problem is that you refuse to let them leave once they have spoken." Noah lowered his head as the echoes finally faded into the stillness, and for the first time in years, he felt the heavy weight in his chest begin to dissolve. He understood now that peace is not a destination he had to reach or a shield he had to build. It was the natural state that remained when he finally stopped feeding the echoes of the past and the ghosts of the future. Rowan opened a small wooden door, allowing a soft, cool breeze to drift in and carry away the last traces of sound. "You do not need to master your thoughts, Noah," the teacher said. "You only need to stop giving them a home." Noah stepped back into the sunlight, noticing how the world felt vibrant and clear, not because the noise of life had stopped, but because he had finally learned the secret of letting a thought be just a thought and nothing more. He walked home with a light heart, understanding that freedom is not found in the silence of the world, but in the stillness of the one who no longer needs to repeat it.